So here's an example of a property that my partner and I bought in a city just outside Niagara Falls. And to the blind eye, it's just a bunch of old houses and a lot of grass, right? So all these people that live on this street here, which is Steel Street, and then the street on the top is Barrack Street. So all these people here, they're just going through their normal routine. They don't see no value in their property or whatever. They're just going through life, right? They go to home, they go to the cottage, they go take their kids to hockey, they come back, and that's it. They're just going about their normal routine. But where the value comes in is I looked at this by cross-referencing the official plan, right? So when I looked at the official plan, like I mentioned before, the official plan showed me that this area specifically was slated for a high density residential development, right? So right now it doesn't look that dense, right? It's just a bunch of houses that are, spread apart, etc. But when I saw that the official plan wanted high density, I was like, okay, this is interesting. They want high density, but there is no high density. Why is anybody doing anything about this, right? So what did we do? We went to these people's houses. We knocked on every single house that you see here that's backing against this large piece of land. We knocked on every single one of these houses' doors, trying to buy their house in their backyard. So what we did is we got a couple people's backyards and we amalgamated everything, and then we came up with a plan. Right? So this is what we came up with. So boom. So those properties that were just sitting there, people's backyards, etc., they had no use for. We said, okay, you're not using your backyard, you're not doing nothing with it. Give it to us. We're gonna put together a plan and we're gonna buy it off of you. So as you can see, is on the right-hand side, this is a main road, right? So like I was telling you, you look for main roads. So it's a main road that's allowing us to get a lot of density because of the access to the main roads. So this went from just being an empty piece of land that we paid $4 million for. And then once we put together a concept and once we created a plan and we brought investors in, we raised the value of this land to now it's worth $6 million. So something that was sitting there, not doing anything, we took it, we acquired it, we put an idea, a vision together, which is 367 units mixed between townhouses, semis, detaches, and a condo. We put a plan together and then we raised the value of the land from $4 million to $6 million. So we literally created $2 million that we tap into now via refinancing, etc. We created $2 million worth of value from just a vision of creating a neighborhood, creating a community where nobody saw anything. Kind of crazy, isn't it? And this happens all day, every day. Here's another example. So here's a church that we bought, same city. So bought this church, paid $900,000 for it. People are like, oh my God, why are you buying a church? But then I was like, wait a second, the church is on a corner. It's prime. This is a main street right next to it. It's a corner lot. It's a dilapidated church. I'm a Christian man, so I already confirmed with God. He's like, you're good. And we bought the church and I came up with a concept. I'm like, this church is sitting on an acre. On this acre, I can put 30 townhouses on this acre easily. So I came up with a plan, came up with a concept. I took it to council. I took it to the city. And we won. We actually won the rezoning, and I got it rezoned to accommodate 30 townhouses. Then I turned around and I flipped the concept, just the paper. I didn't build nothing. I didn't tear down the church yet, nothing. Just the fact that now from this church, this property can now be converted to 30 townhouses. I took that paper and I sold it to another developer for $1.6 million. Okay, so I bought it for $900. I came with a plan. I fought for it. I fought for the right for it to be townhouses, and then I sold it for $1.6 million. So I made $700,000 just from passing on a concept to somebody else. Okay, That's literally the power of vision. This could be done at a massive scale. I know, there's people in our network here that have done this and made tens of millions of dollars by selling land that, didn't have a use to someone like a Walmart or a big box retailer, right? So this can happen on any scale, right? This can happen down the street from you at 200 grand. This can happen at $10 million, right? But the opportunity to convert the use of land is there no matter where in the world you are, right? You just got to look at things differently.